I think he'll get to 200.
You think so?
Yes.
They'll force the issue?
Yes. Okay, so we're at game 100 about, right?
Yeah.
So that means if Waino is actually healthy, he'll get 12 more starts.
Okay. Wow. Damn, this season is long as hell. He'll get 12 more starts.
Well, if he's healthy.
No, I know. Damn, okay.
12-ish.
Wow. That's a lot of Waino pitching.
I do think he probably feels better now. Listen, folks, just so you know, I'm not saying he's going to be great. I'm not even saying he's going to be good. But can he be a 4-5 ERA pitcher and have some 5-inning starts where he gets 2 more victories? Which, by the way, look, at this point, let him get his 200 wins. What does it matter? What does it matter?
Nothing.
Unless you want to give a young guy a look. Maybe get his 200, and then you give the looks to the McGreevy's of the world.
Yeah.
Liberatore. Say, Liberatore, figure it out, buddy.
So he's really wanting to get this 200. Is that a really big deal?
Shouldn't be, which is why I'm rooting for him to not get it.
You're rooting for him to not get it.
Yes, here's why.
That's kind of funny though. I understand.
Not for the reason you think.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Because I don't think that there is a hell of a lot of a difference between 198 wins and 200 wins. But sports fans think that numbers that ends in zeros somehow mean more.
It does.
It does. Getting 1,000 games in hockey is a big deal.
600 homers.
Is it that different than getting 998?
Yeah, 500 goals. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a huge production. You get plaques and stuff.
100 RBIs.
And like even like Walt being considered into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He's got 500 goals. Like, that's the first thing you bring up. 500 goals.
Which is stupid, because if he had 498 goals...
It sounds better.
Do those... Exactly. It just sounds better, but it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Well, I agree with you on that.
So, oh my gosh, Big Walt, man, he only has 498. He's not a Hall of Famer. But he has 2 more?
No, he's not yet. He's not yet. But having the 500, to be able to put that everywhere, that helps your case,
Adam Wainwright should be remembered the exact same way, whether he ends with 198 or 200, because those 2 wins, especially in this season, where they're dog crap wins in a season where he's god-awful and embarrassing the franchise halfway, those 2 wins should not be significant enough for you to think differently of his career. He is the exact same guy, whether he ends with 198 or 200. Do not let 2 Bush League wins at the end of this garbage season make you think differently of him.
But hold on.
He's the same guy.
Do you think, though, because in your explanation there, I think you uncovered a nugget that I want to hear from the text line or callers. Because now, is this a huge legacy-defining thing? No. But I think Adam Wainwright this last year and a half, it's not helped him from a legacy standpoint, because now I don't personally necessarily feel this, but a lot of people think he's being selfish for coming back this year. Now, I don't agree with this.
He's offered the contract.
I understand that. The Cardinals offered him the 17.5. You're going to take that. All I'm saying is I do see a lot of comments, not from crazy people, and they think that Adam Wainwright was being selfish this year, coming back just for the 200. I've even seen people, and by the way, the video of him with his son is super cute, but also when he said part of the reason he came back this year was to have his son in the clubhouse and all that. And some people read into that and go, well, that's great, but you were signed to pitch, and you're not pitching well.
Yeah, signed a lot of money to pitch.
So, again, I'm not saying this is going to define his legacy, but I think at the end here, he's clearly not ending on a high note.
What if he gets lit up again? What if he just gets lit up
I think at that point you have to.
What do you do?
Well, if he gets lit up tonight, it's not the end of the road. But let's say, I think if he gets lit up, if they give him 3 chances, I think basically you have to just say it's over. You just have to.
That's what I think.
Now, if he grinds through 4 to 5 innings in his 65 pitches and he doesn't pitch awful, look, he's going to get a couple opportunities no matter what. But I think if Adam Wainwright comes back from this reset where he's supposed to strengthen and he's supposed to get his finish on his pitches, he's still going to throw 87 miles an hour. If he has 3 bad outings,
it's over.
Well, you can't have it be. At some point, it truly becomes an embarrassment to him and the organization.
Yeah. Has it not reached that point?
It's damn close.
It's damn close.
Well, the reason they basically set him down before the All-Star break is it was becoming embarrassing. But if they do it again,
Here's why I disagree
then
with
it's
you.
very embarrassing.
It is.
Here's
There's a
why-
big difference.
Yeah, exactly.
See, again, big difference.
True,
with you. Here's why I disagree with you. I think because if the Cardinals, well, not if, when the Cardinals sell at the deadline, I think it'll be more accepted for the Cardinals to not necessarily try to win the rest of the season. They're probably going to play some young guys. Mason Wynn's going to get called up, and you're probably going to get a look at some guys where, all right, we're more so just preparing for next season. We know that a playoff run is not imminent this year. I think it'll be more acceptable for them to play Waino under the impression that they're not necessarily trying to win, and then that's just kind of one thing that they're adding on to. Well, we're preparing for next year, and Waino going away party. I think they'll try to package those two together a little bit.
Oh, 100%. That being said, Waino still has to be close to an average major league pitcher for that not to be an embarrassment. If you look at it from an ERA standpoint, he's literally like the worst pitcher in baseball. I'm serious. You can't roll him out there for an 8 ERA or a 7 ERA for the next 55, 60 games. And that's where, look, if they end up moving Monty and Flaherty, they're going to have spots. But you can also now make the case, okay, let Waino get his 200 if he's okay. But now don't laugh when I say this. Don't you want to see one final shot for Dakota Hudson?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying it's going to be good, but you have to figure some things out. Libator, you need to figure out what you have. It's more important for the Cardinals in 2024 for Libator to get 10 more starts, potentially. Whoever the hell's healthy, whether it's Hudson, a Woodford, if you want to give him a Greavy a look, it's much more important for 2024 than those guys get opportunities than Adam Wainwright going out there just for 200.
100%.
Agree with you.
And this is not necessarily has anything to do with the pitching staff, but just a thought that I had while you were saying that. I kind of want to see more Juan Yepes the next 2 months.
Sure.
Because I think you need to figure out what he is, because he's getting to the age where he's starting to lose that prospect label.
How old? 26?
He's going on 26.
All right.
And so you're getting to the point where you are what you are. And so I kind of want to see him consistently in the lineup, get 2 months of actually Major League Baseball, because he's been up, he's been down. What is he? Bob Ramsey likes to use the term 4A. Like you're not a AAA player, but you're not a Major League player. You're somewhere in the middle. And so I want to see him get the opportunity to figure out if he has a role on this team, period, whatever the case may be. So I know that's going to be tough because Jordan Walker and Lars Nootbaar are going to be playing every day. Dylan Carlson, if you don't trade him, is certainly a better outfielder and a better player than Juan Yepes at this point. But I think you need to mix him in a little bit and see what you got.
Another dumb take by Cole.
Great.
Stick to interrupting with drops. What do you do?
Wow.
You want more of that?
What's that about?
Kind of.
What was the take? What was the take?
I think the take was this time,
844.
what the hell did you just say, Cole?
Was it about Waino?
Yes. Oh, it was the Waino 200 take.
Oh,
It doesn't make that big of a
That's what it
difference
was.
one way or the other.
Well, we all agree with that, but still, come on, man. If you're a baseball player, if you're a hockey player,
you want to get...
and you're one goal or one win or one homer away from an iconic number, come on now.
Players, I understand why they may want to chase that number. I 100% get that. But as far as just legacy and what fans are going to talk about, it's a big deal now, but folks...
Waino's a great pitcher. He's a World Series, two-time World Series winner. Reached 200 wins. No, that's in the conversation. That helps with everything.
I know.
He didn't get to 200 wins, or he did get to 200 wins. That's
No,
always going to be talked about. Yeah, well,
Cardinals fans are not going to be talking about...
I'm talking about...
They're not. Cardinals fans are not going to slight Adam Wainwright and say, "Well, he wasn't a 200-game winner."
No.
The only way that they're going to do that is if they're making fun of this
No, but
season.
he's comparing himself to other great pitchers, and he's like, "No, I got to 200. I'm also two-time this. I did that. I did this. But 200 will be part of that conversation."
Also, wins and losses have kind of been diminished as far as significance goes, as far as how the sport of baseball is discussed because of Jacob deGrom's Cy Young a handful of years ago, where he was like 7-7.
And King Felix.
Yeah, so the sport of baseball has kind of just naturally drifted away from wins and losses.
Do you think
Not that it's insignificant, but
if he doesn't get to 2, or even if he doesn't, and he starts to get straight lit up again, and they're like, everybody's like, "Oh God, what are we gonna do?" I do feel like he probably should have hung him up last year for his legacy. He's taken a little bit of a dent because people are gonna remember this for a little bit, but then they'll get over it. But you always remember the last year more than anything, and it lasts quite some time, you know. And then people forget about it, and you're Waino for everything you've done, not just the last year, which you were terrible.
And we wouldn't care as much if the Cardinals were good. Think about last year. Last year, it was all about Albert Pujols. Remember, we talked for a while there about legacy with Yachty.
Yes.
Last year was odd.
Yes.
And everything with the injury and being in Puerto Rico and the basketball.
Yeah, man.
But guess what? That has not affected, and it shouldn't, I get it. But the Cardinals were good last year. They made the playoffs, and everybody focused on Albert. So if that team was bad, we'd have been talking more about Yachty. Mm-hmm. We're really focusing on Adam Wainwright this year, and the Cardinals are bad. If the Cardinals were 5 games over, okay, this would be a conversation point.
Yeah, it would. No.
No, but I'm saying,
yeah,
like,
it would.
If Albert didn't do what Albert did last year and the Cardinals didn't make the playoffs, there would have been this discussion we're having about Waino. We would have had a lot more of that about Yachty.
I agree.
And last year with Yachty, it was a secondary type story.
I agree. But I do think Waino would still take a beating if he's getting lit up like Daddy Padre in Nashville every single time he goes out there. You know, people would still talk about that and be like, what is he doing? We're in the mix. Let's go. Actually, people would be really pissed. They might be even more pissed because you're in the mix and you're trotting this cat out there. Cole already shot him in the pasture 15 times. He's still coming back like...
Only like 3.
You know, what's that?
I said only like 3
Yeah,
times.
you killed him, you know. And they keep trotting him out there and they're in the mix and he gets lit up. You lose another game because of him, people would be pissed.
And that's where I think if you really look at the numbers, so not only are the Cardinals historically bad for their own standard this year, we're talking this is the worst season in whatever it is, 15, 20 years. We'll see how it ends up. But Adam Wainwright this year is also, he's historically bad in terms of guys that are getting lots of starts, and we can check the numbers, but he's close to the worst starter in all of baseball.
Yeah.
If not, because usually if you have an 8 ERA, they stop giving you starts.
Yeah, they keep trotting him out there, man. Burley chimes in. What's up, buddy? Hey, good morning, guys. I want to see more Dakota Hudson. I feel like he was hammered last year by everybody, and it was his first year back from Tommy John. I thought most pitchers struggle the first year back. Let him pitch the rest of the year. The Burley dog.
Agreed. Just see what you got.
See what you got.
Nobody's saying that it's going to be great, but you do have to figure some of these things out.
Why are we letting the intern talk? Teddy Sandwiches. Hey, buddy.
Welcome back.
What's up, buddy?
By the way.
Another brilliant take by Cole. Let's hear more of his opinion along with the drops. Jerry Spencer.
That is 100%
See, they start
sarcasm.
ganging up, though. Once they hear somebody chirp, they'll start ganging up. Happens to all of us.
It's okay. No, they'll try to pat me on the back.
No,
It happens to all of us.
I'm not patting on you back because it's probably deserving. I keep forgetting what you say, and then you're like, oh, yeah, the 200 thing. I'm like, no, that's still pretty. You kind of want to get that.
By the way,
Yeah.
Cole will appreciate this.
Good.
So I looked this up. For qualified pitchers, qualified starters, name a couple. Who do you think has the worst ERA for this year of qualified starters? And I'll let you know that Waino is not in there. Because Waino has... How many starts does Waino have this year? He has 11. So I don't know what the cutoff is, but these guys have about 19 or 20 starts. It's one of Cole's favorite players.
Who?
I pulled up
for
the
the
list in
Pirates.
front of me, so I just saw it.
Lance Lynn has the second worst ERA of
Get 'em!
qualified starters with 6.18.
Bring 'em
Jordan
in.
I
Miles.
agree with you on that one, though.
How about Austin
Because
Gomber?
he played for the
Austin Gomber tied for second with Lance Lynn, 6.18. See, that's a good trade. See, Mozeliak got rid of Gomber.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lance Lynn. Let's get him. See, I agree with you.
See
with
who
you
has
on
the-
that.
see who has the
Lance
10th list?
Lynn. I know you're
Hold
going
on.
to say. I know
no,
what you're
no.
going to say.
No, you don't. What am I going to say?
You're going to say, why not get him?
No. Here's what I'll throw back at you. I almost tweeted at Cole this week, but I was too lazy. Because here's why.
Takes 2 seconds.
Yeah. But I wanted to have a factual tweet. You notice that Lance Lynn's name is being thrown about for a bunch of contending teams this year, wanting to get Lance Lynn? That's all I'm saying. I saw Houston Astros. I saw another team that's interested in Lance Lynn. So again, you can crap on him all you want. He's going to go to a contending team this year. Somebody's going to pick up his 6 ERA. Somebody's going to value him enough to pick him up for innings and strikeouts.
Somebody's going to hit a 500-foot bomb off him, too.
Is it just
in a
'cause-
really
You
important
you want to make a bet?
situation.
No, not in that.
Is it just because arms are arms, period?
Because he has a high strikeout rate, and you think you take him out of a hitter-friendly ballpark, put him on a contender, and all of a sudden, again, nobody's saying he's going to be Cy Young, but can he pitch to a 4 ERA and give you innings and strikeouts down the stretch? When all
Probably.
these teams' arms are fried, everybody's hurt, everybody needs pitching. He's healthy, he's a big boy.
I understand that. I just think that Or you're just hyping him up like, Lance Lynn.
All right, let's do this.
And then Cole and I are looking at each other like, oh, cool.
Okay.
I know he's good in the locker room. I know Jimmy wants to interview him.
It's funny when he beaks Jimmy in the interviews.
Yeah,
but
like it's cute.
Is that the leading motivation from signing him?
That's why he's talking about it.
Okay.
No. Yes, he is.
Because he wants
he
to.
is. He wants to talk to him.
Well, here's my dispute. Is that everything that you said may be true about Lance Lynn, and if you bring him in, maybe he'll pitch to a 4 ERA. Maybe don't even start him. Maybe he comes out of the bullpen. Maybe he's just a guy in your rotation.
There's no chance he's coming out of the bullpen.
Okay, well, my overarching point is you can't find somebody who is even slightly better than Lance Lynn this year to fill that role, and younger possibly. It has to be the second worst ERA guy in the league.
He's good in interviews, Cole.
I guess so, but I don't know who is this. Well, that guy's actually on a good
Let's
team.
get Patty Maroon back for the Blues.
Like Freddie Peralta from Milwaukee, or literally anybody else who has a decently better ERA than the second worst ERA in the league. Like, why is Lance Lynn getting all this excitement and not just some random guy with like a 4.8? Why is it the 6'1" guy?
Well, you tell me though. Okay, do you think the Tampa Bay Rays are dumb? Do you think the Houston Astros are dumb?
No.
Those are smart teams.
Very.
And they've won. I mean, Houston, defending champs. Rays, probably the best run team in baseball in terms of their budget. And they're both interested in Lance Lynn. All I'm telling you is, look, we did this with Lester. We did this with Happ. To act like a dude who's pitching in the wrong ballpark, and I know I don't want to bore you guys with FIP, but that's where
Who is that? Is he a good guy?
Fielding independent pitching. Look at somebody like Chris Stratton. Chris Stratton's FIP is lower than Jordan Hicks. A team's going to want Chris Stratton just because he is a healthy bullpen arm.
How old is he?
He's like 32, 33. Hicks is younger, but I'm telling you, folks are going to want Chris Stratton. Contenders. Folks are going to want Jordan Hicks. Folks are going to want Jordan Montgomery. Folks are going to want Jack Flaherty. And folks are going to want Lance Lynn, even though his ERA is 6.
Maybe that's
fine.
We just don't want him. That's all.
I bet you. Let's set an over-under. When Lance Lynn gets dealt, what do you think is a fair? We'll just go ERA. What do you think is a fair ERA for his new team? So take the 6 out. We're talking. Let's say he goes to the Astros and he gets. Let's just say he gets 11 starts.
4.
For an over-under.
It's gonna be over 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think fair over-under. Oh, 6.
Well, because I'm also saying I think he's going to do better. So I think if
it could be 6.
How about 4.5?
I'll take the over.
I'll
take the over. Let's do that.
I'll take the under on 4.5 ERA.
Okay.
So he has to be 4.49. But that's what you're looking for, Cole. Nobody's asking for Cy Young. They're asking for a dependable 6 to 7 innings and allowing 3 runs, striking some guys out, and giving you innings down the stretch.
If he's under 4.5, that's dependable.
What do you want to bet?
How about a milkshake like Frankie Cusimano does?
Oberweis?
How about a case of beer? No, you don't drink that. How about you give me a case of beer?
I drank.
And I'll take you, and I'll give you.
I drank all 3 nights.
I'll give you a club sandwich from PJ's.
But you're not even pay for that.
What?
I'll buy you
What do you want from me?
I'll buy you a case of Bud Light.
Oh, I drink Bud Light throughout the weekend.
What addition?
I don't know
Dylan?
Kate doesn't want me drinking anymore.
Bud Select.
I get weird. Give me some Miller Lite, baby.
Miller's
That's my
Light,
jam.
as my grandma calls it.
Or Cooler's Light.
Miller's Light.
Oh, I'll slam those Bud Lights. You could put my face next to Dylan Mulvaney. See what I mean? See what I mean?
I love drinking beer in the summer.
God, so
on the
do I.
patio.
Very nervous about that.
Man,
You're nervous about what?
Playing a drop.
you did good.
Thank you. Woo.
You did.
It's a relief.
He has hurt his legacy. He's only playing for himself. He should retire. Let the Cardinals see what others who may be here next year, what they can do. Bud Light 32, who is 65 years old.
See, I see a lot of that.
Father-in-law.
I'm telling you, I understand. And by the way, on YouTube we joke, but I get a ton of comments, and I've gotten a lot of comments. And these aren't people who I think sometimes on some social media sites people are just super negative. Like Twitter, that's the case, and it's also shorter. On YouTube, I get long paragraphs. I get people who really like discussing baseball, and I get a lot of people who think that Adam Wainwright's being selfish. I see that all the time.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh,
all the time.
See, this is another reason. Jimmy's so obsessed with Lance Lynn. He tweets about it all the time. He just did a tweet. He goes, Lance Lynn's jersey's hanging here in Baseball Hall of Fame. And
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's obsessed with him, and it makes me not like the guy.
I get that.
I think that's anytime like
feels like you're shoving him down our throats, and it's like we're like,
get away from me.
What's the obsession?
I don't know. That's all.
Lance Lynn.
I'm like rebelling.
Okay, now I'm talking
You
about
are.
the Cardinals. I understand.
And you have an ally.
I know. Well, we think alike on this particular subject.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of them, but this one I agree.
I understand why a contending team looking for a postseason run would be interested in a Lance Lynn as just a depth guy. That makes sense to me entirely. Well, again, not entirely because I figured that you can do somebody a little bit better. But anyway, I get the concept of that. I don't understand the appeal of bringing him to the Cardinals next year when all you have is depth and you don't have any top-of-the-line rotation guys. You don't need more depth. In fact, the depth that you have currently is younger than him.
Okay. Gets back to our argument last week. I agree with you, except for this part.
Okay.
The Cardinals, everybody would agree, the Cardinals need 2 starters next year. I think they need 2 starters that are better than Miles Michaelis if they really want to contend. So whoever the hell that is, if that's Logan Gilbert via trade, probably not going to happen, and Aaron Nola via free agency. Again, I don't know. I'm just telling you they need 2 guys who are better than Miles Michaelis. So Lance Lynn, right now on paper, does not fit that mold. So I will be mad just like you are if they sell us on Lance Lynn being a top-of-the-rotation piece in 2024.
Reunion.
But if it's Lance Lynn as your 5th starter instead of Dakota Hudson or Matthew Libator, I'm all about that.
See, I'm not because those guys are younger, and I feel like they would.
What have they shown you? What has Libator shown you this year? I'm talking about giving him a spot. I'm not talking about, okay, if he's a 6th, 7th option. Right now, do you want Matthew Libator in your rotation next year?
Oh, hell no.
Hell no. So you want Lance Lynn instead.
Okay.
But that's all I'm saying.
Can we get somebody else?
Yeah, is there a third option?
No, you got Lance
Okay.
Lynn.
How about
You're
this?
getting Lance.
How about this?
I'm
Dakota
I'm
Hudson.
telling you-
Shoving them down our
Okay.
throat.
I'm telling you,
Dakota
next
Hudson.
year,
Jesus.
well, you're going to see a whole.
You're going to get Lance Lynn.
And you're going to like it.
I'm like, no.
If Lance Lynn shows up
God.
on this Cardinals roster next year, if you follow my Twitter account, you're going to see a whole lot of blindfolded horses.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
You got to get them. We're rebellion because they love the guy so much.
I know.
I'm just sick of him.
This is
I hate him.
This is the Bally's Fox 2
Jeez.
Cardinals press box sort of
Cole,
regime.
We're going to get Lance Lynn, and you're going to like it. You're going to like it.
These two just liked interviewing him
God,
back
I know.
10 years ago.
Just helps them out.
I know.
Don't care about him. My God.
They want to do him a solid because they gave him good interviews back in the day.
I mean, Jim brings it up every damn day.
139 strikeouts in 115 games. 115 innings, excuse me, for Lance Lynn.
What's his
Now,
ERA?
where those
5.28?
6 runs coming from?
Bad park.
Not everybody's striking
Bad
out.
park.
for
It's a
pitching.
bad park, Cole.
Yeah.
It's a bad park.
I'm just saying, look, dude, watch Lance Lynn go to a contender and be pretty dang good.
Jimmy wants Lynn for TikTok. Chuck wants Lynn for YouTube. Cole and Cam are being real.
First
Yeah,
of all,
damn right.
by the way, Lance
Cole hit the
Lynn-
rock, dude.
Lance Lynn's interviews.
Give me some.
Lance Lynn's interviews were super short. He wouldn't say anything. To act like Lance Lynn is going to be this media sensation, they were funny because they were short.
I mean,
Because he was surly.
I'm not the one obsessed with him.
The way that Jimmy giggles at everything Lance Lynn says, even
something to it.
even when he doesn't say anything,
There's something to it. It's weird. He'll bring Lance Lynn up when we're talking hockey.
it's kind of like it's kind of like Matt Holliday-ish.
Loves
Matt,
him.
he'll be like, "Hey, Matt Holliday, how's it going?" And be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And Jimmy just starts giggling
Starts
over there.
laughing.
He didn't
Just starts
even say
laughing.
anything.
Didn't say anything. Just starts laughing.
Jim really likes the dry humor. He likes the dry delivery guys.
Yeah.
That's his style. That's his preference. So he loves Matt Holliday and loves Lance
They
Lynn.
should sign Matt Holliday, too.
But hold on.
Can we bring John Lackey out of retirement?
Who else does he like to
who,
interview?
Who else?
Matt Holliday was not like that as a player.
Oh, really?
He was very professional, but
Well, I wouldn't know.
he didn't give you a ton. Lance Lynn also didn't give you a ton, but it was on purpose that he'd be very sarcastic and short. That was his whole thing.
Jim loves it. That's his favorite style of interview that I've gathered.
And by the way, that doesn't do anything for YouTube. You know what does well for YouTube?
doesn't.
Hopefully the Cardinals make 5 trades,
Yeah.
and they make 1 every other day.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it for 48 straight hours.
Yep.
And not do them all
not gonna
next
happen.
Tuesday
Charlie, you're gonna
with
be
the
disappointed.
same team.
You're
Here's what's going to happen.
disappointed. It's not
They're
gonna
going to trade Hicks, Monty, and like Dylan Carlson all to the same team. Or throw in O'Neill, whoever. They're going to make, here's my prediction.
That'd be the worst way to do
They're
it.
going to trade 3 players to 1 team. They're going to package a starter with a reliever with an outfielder to 1 contender.
Just
I don't know if it's the Yankees. No.
That'd be kinda cool,
To
then.
get the biggest prospect return, they're going to add, let's say, Hicks to Monty. Somebody might even want Paul DeYoung as a shortstop. the Cardinals have enough expiring assets that if they put 2 or 3 together, all of a sudden you get a better return.
What if they do a fire sale, Goldie, Arenado, and just load up? That'd be cool. That to
Just
me.
young guys?
Just young guys.
Guys I've never heard of
young
before.
guys are fast and they're just like chomping at the bit. They're loud.
Yeah,
They're long hair.
Not stoic.
They're not stoic at all. They're just like whatever, partying in the town.
Here's a
They're
hot
all
take.
handsome too.
Here's a hot
Walking
take.
around Sula.
You know, yeah. That's
My
what I
hot
want.
take is that Nolan Arenado is going to want to be traded next season.
Okay. Okay.
What if the Cardinals are in the same spot next year? They can't find this pitching, and all of a sudden Nolan Arenado's tired of it.
Do you think he regrets opting into his contract?
Yes, 1,000,000%. And anybody that says no, you're crazy, by the way. Nolan Arenado, he must be the nicest person. He must be just the greatest person on earth because he could have got extra money out of the Cardinals anyway. Don't you just say, hey, have your agent, hey, give me an extra year. You have an opt-out. An opt-out has value. That's why you have it. You should have got something in return for that opt-out.
So
for
is he
opting
nice or
in.
dumb?
I'm not going to call the man dumb.
I didn't say he was
I'm
dumb.
not going to call him dumb, but,
I didn't say
but
that.
man, for him not, when you saw the money going around this past year to everybody, guys getting 13-year deals, right?
Xander Bogaerts
Xander
is going to be
Bogaerts?
paid until he's 41.
You look
I
at the
love his
deals
name.
that Semien got the last couple years, Corey Seager, they're paying dudes till they're in their 40s.
Come on, Cam. Support the local team and at least drink Bud Select. Dude, I will drink Bud Select.
I drank Bud Select this weekend.
It's good. Bud Select is really good. I do my rounds, man. I do my rounds. I truly, when I was drinking Bud Light, I don't like the taste.
It's not that great,
It's not that good.
but I would always drink it every once in a while.
Yeah, if it's there, I'll drink it. You know, a lot of people have it stored away in their fridge because they don't drink anymore. So my buddies just have extra Bud Light laying around.
So you're telling me they won't even drink
They
it
do.
in the fridge?
That's a
I
blue collar
swear to
part.
God.
That's crazy.
It's the funniest thing in the world.
Is that the?
They say, I go, what do you got? I got Bud Light. I'm like, I'll take one of them bad boys.
Is that the
Just
blue-
all my buddies stocked away.
They won't even finish the cake.
They won't even finish the
Now, dude, when this thing happened, by the way, my parents were in town.
So funny.
So I had bought a 30-pack
Yeah.
of Bud Light. And for me, that's a lot. I usually buy a 12-pack for the weekend.
Yeah.
So the whole thing happened. Dude, 100%. First of all, I don't even care about any of this. But I'm drinking that beer. I'm finishing the beer if I buy it. I don't care if it's the person I disagree with more than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? If Satan starts endorsing that beer, I'm still finishing the case.
Oh, hell yeah.
If Nate's face is on it.
100%. Yes.
Nate.
If I spend money, you're not comparing Nate to Satan.
No, that's not what I meant by that.
If I have 25 beers in my fridge, I am drinking them.
So am I.
I don't care who endorses it.
So am I. You know,
If ISIS endorses that beer,
I don't care.
I will still finish the beer.
I agree with you on that.
I'm not saying I agree with ISIS.
No.
I'm saying I made my purchase. I spent my money. I'm drinking my beer.
So funny, dude.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is essentially a way of saying we hate white people.
Well, we should.
Oh, man. Whoa. Flaherty, DeYoung, and O'Neill to L.A. for Bobby Miller.
There you go, Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller.
I'll Google him.
Yeah.
Cam, can you
favorite.
please call the cat out about the Lance Lynn stuff next time he's on? Yes, we will.
I think we did.
You have.
We have.
We did it while he was on the air.
Yeah. Yeah. Loves them. Does Budweiser sales affect STL in terms of employment? Is St. Louis going to get even worse now, Mad Marine? Well, I mean, if you're in the Bud Light department, I'm sure you're taking a beating. Who's working there? Monty. What do you think, Monty? I think he works for, I don't know, specifically Bud Light. But how is it, man? What's going on? Is it veering in the wrong direction still?
What they need to do is, you know how Twitter's changing its name to X?
Yeah.
Bud Light, just change your whole name and pretend like it didn't happen. Just start with a new name.
Yeah, it's called Light
New
Bud.
color.
Yeah. Pink.
Just call it X Light.
X-Light. X-Light. I don't mind that. I'll drink it.
Suds Light.
That's funny. All right, you guys want to go to break? Regroup?
Sure.
What do you got over there, Charlie Marlowe?
Oh, I got a lot, let me tell you. I got this Schnucks Rewards app. It's simple. Shop, earn, redeem. You get 2% back on all your purchases. We know groceries are expensive these days. You better head on over to Schnucks, the Post Sports Bar and Grill, the official cheesesteak of Hot Take Central. Stay posted, my friends. They bring you Matt Holiday Mondays and the trivia segment that we do every once in a while. It's the official cheesesteak of Hot Take Central. Stay posted, my friends. Mark's Appliance out there in beautiful Edwardsville, Illinois. It's also easy to shop online. MarksAppliance.com. They deliver all across the St. Louis area. And I have shopped with Mark's Appliance online 4 times. 3 times for a new appliance and once for a repair. They do it all. It's Mark's Appliance. They bring you the 8 o'clock hour here on Hot Take Central.
Let me ask you guys a question. What food do you refuse to eat? What food? Think about it. We're going to go to break, but just think about it. What food do you refuse to eat? There's always something. It's always some food that you're like, nope. You don't even know you're doing it, but you just say no. What is that? I'm curious. And by the way, Hef Jones chimes in and goes, Cam, who wants it more? Cole wanting your chair or the cat wanting Lance Lynn?
I don't want that.
Man, oh, no, you don't.
I don't.
Oh, no.
Cole, did you get sick of doing radio?
Wow.
Be honest. Last couple days, when you were really kind of hosting 8 hours a day, you got a little bit tired of it.
Well, it's only going to ramp up because Frank's gone starting Wednesday for a whole week, basically. He's gone for like 8 days because he's going to Italia.
So who's filling in?
Me and Joe.
The whole time?
Yep.
Hey, were you pissed when the Bond dog sat here?
No. But
Where'd you sit?
You think he's mad about the Bond dog
The Bond
being
dog
on the show?
The Bond dog was sitting in my chair.
Oh yeah.
I told her
One
to
more
sit here.
voice that really takes away from my airtime.
She didn't say a damn thing. You guys even kicked
That's not what I was talking about.
I know you weren't. But she did.
Oh, Hannah's here? Oh, wait. Oh, Hannah's coming on?
She did comment.
Hey, Cole, why are you wearing a tie today?
He was, when Hannah came in here,
Cole, why are you wearing a tuxedo to a morning radio show?
Cole had these tight jeans on, and they were you tell they were ironed. His shirt looked
I didn't
perfect.
iron my jeans.
His
He
beard
had worked out before.
His beard was perfectly trimmed up. Every single thing. He had a haircut. Oh, you knew what you were doing, dude. It was so obvious.
You encouraged me.
Look at Charlie and I just have sweatpants on. We're sweating around, and Cole walks in just fresh as a daisy.
I told you I would.
Fresh as a daisy. You should.
I
Bob,
would.
in your spot, hell yeah. Look, if you were wearing that, she'd be like, "What the hell's going on?"
No, I know the crowd.
Look at that outfit. He's got a Pirates hat, and then he's got this brown shirt on that matches nothing, and then red shorts.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
What is that?
I'm going to turn this into a trivia question. Don't tell him what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
It looks like the symbol.
trivia
It looks like the symbol of Prince or something.
Yeah, right.
No,
Arizona something.
No.
Looks Native American symbol.
Native American. It's not that, but she did comment. She said your chair was very damp when she sat in it.
Well, I work my. Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Cam
Well,
was
I'm a gross guy.
Cam was like, "Take this chair. This is the best chair. It's facing the TV. This is the one chair in
I
radio."
don't believe you.
I promise she did.
I don't believe you.
I promise she did.
No, he's trying to get. She likes sitting in this chair. You could see everything.
Do you leave ass sweat though?
No. Well,
He's doing 300 push-ups a day.
maybe.
Jim leaves dip.
Chew. No, I wiped it
Dip
off
residue?
before she got it. No, I wiped it all off. I know what I'm doing. Don't switch the subject. It was all about you getting
Get
pissed
back to
off.
Lance Lynn.
Yeah, get back to Lance Lynn.
Me wanting what? Cam's. Oh, your question was it exhausting? Yes.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
I saved
To go back
cover 2.
all the way. We have fun on cover 2. I enjoy it. I enjoyed that
What'd
tattoo.
you got any clips of Charlie talking about anything?
No,
It was
but
so good you didn't clip anything off?
It didn't do as well on YouTube.
nah.
People were mad actually that there wasn't enough baseball.
In that segment,
Well, it's fine. The YouTube is all about baseball, so if you ever veer off, some people are just like, ah.
I know.
Like, dude, it's
Calm
okay.
down.
There's other things in life besides
Yes.
the Cardinals that are bad.
Calm
And are
down.
going to sell, and they're running out Adam Wainwright every night.
Joe Davis completely left Charlie hanging out to dry. So first of all, remember
What happened?
Remember the Tuna interview where Tuna wasn't there? They asked him 3 straight Blues questions right off the bat in that, and then Joe Davis on cover 2 starts asking Charlie about all the MLS, like what's going on with
that's
soccer.
a bad one. You know more Blues than soccer. I'll tell you that right now.
And
It was MLS All-Star Game.
I'm like, Joe Davis is trying to like stab him in the back and be like, "Hey, Charlie, here's a very specific question
What'd
about
you
an
say?
obscure sport that you may or may not be following."
watch
at this.
any of it.
I know.
Hold on. You see what I did, though? I pivoted to Messi.
Yes,
There it is.
he did.
But also, it's the MLS All-Star Game. So them All-Star games, like, I just don't care. No, you can play Arsenal. You can play each other. You can do the world versus Americans. You can do captains. I think with the All-Star games, you just got to mix it up every once in a while.
So you guys are breaking down the MLS All-Star game, and you kicked it to Charlie?
Not until that moment we weren't.
Charlie's like, what?
He asked him what were his thoughts on
watch NASCAR.
By
the way,
Joe asked him, what are your thoughts on the MLS getting blanked by Arsenal in the All-Star game?
Thank God. Finally NASCAR had some interesting hijinks. After the last 6 weeks have been boring. No fun, no fights, no wrecks.
What happened this weekend?
Well, what happened was Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson got into it, and Kyle Larson not happy. Denny Hamlin defended his move, but we needed some spice. There was basically no drama ever since Ross Chastain. He kind of started settling down. Rick Hendrick called him out and said, "You're wrecking my cars, buddy. We're about to wreck you."
Oh.
And then Ross Chastain kind of got neutered, which was bad for business.
Yeah.
Because Ross, they call him Lost Crash Stain.
Yeah.
He was wrecking everybody. It was awesome. Everybody was talking about the races. All the YouTube videos were just going nuts.
You guys wee whacked?
And then the last 6 weeks, boring. And then last night, interesting again.
All right.
Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson.
I like it, man.
It's good stuff.
I like it. Colchin wear an outfit similar to Arenado's All-Star Weekend outfit. It'd be pretty funny to hear you guys discuss it.
He had like a Cuban look. He had a
We're going to
hat.
put you to work when I do want you to interview people with just a goofy outfit on.
I'll do it.
Just ask just crazy questions. Just see what you get.
As long as we can do some sort of carpool system with the fans so I don't have to pay for $30 parking all the time down at Busch Stadium.
We'll take care of that.
Oh, no, we'll get patios.
We'll take care of that, dude.
All right. We'll work it out. Hey, I'll get that out for Christmas. I'll ask for that microphone that plugs into your phone, and we'll do some MOS out there for 2024 Cardinals.
But it might be better to do it at the end of this year when they're bad.
Yeah.
I got a mic for you. You don't even really need a mic, to be honest with you. The phone's pretty good.
Sound quality, though?
I mean, it depends on the music. I mean, if you're outside of Busch Stadium with some fans walking around.
Yeah, I think it'd be okay. But going on the patios, I don't know if they'll let you do that, but that's where the interesting questions will probably
They let me park there.
and answers. Patios, baby.
Just find the drunkest people
Yeah.
wearing the craziest clothing and just say, hey, can I ask you some questions?
Or a group of girls or something. You know,
Yeah.
they're all getting way big. Just ask questions.
Quiz them on their knowledge.
Quiz
Should I go
them.
up to girls and be like, hey, what do you think of Julio Lugo this year for the Cardinals? And
Yes.
just see what they say.
Exactly.
Ask them about Lance Lynn.
He's great.
Yeah.
Julio, great guy. He's
Yeah.
funny, dude. Cam, don't buy anything Cole says. He's just trying to give up that chair to make you think it's bad.
Dude.
I know.
Let me explain something to you.
I know.
I'm on the radio for 8 hours a day. And if I were in Cam's seat, that means that I would have to, prepare before the day even starts, which would add 1 to 1.5 hours to the day as it is. I'll let you have that chair.
Okay. Okay. I'm just curious. I get worried a little bit. You know, I got to watch what I do.
You ever notice? See, people are on to me. They never say, hey, Charlie, do you want somebody else's chair? Because they know the answer is no.
Hell no.
Charlie's the only broadcaster in the history of TV and radio that wants less airtime.
Yes. That's why I like him.
More YouTube time.
That's why we're great together.
Well, Frank used to always complain, like, we didn't get time for sports. I'm like, good.
I know.
Give me less time.
Less
I have to
time.
do 10 shows anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Give me 1 minute. I don't have that much to say.
Cole,
Yeah.
bring a date and her mom, and I'll hook you up with parking, food and drinks, Mad Marine. I guess he's a big dog down there or something. So you got to bring a girl and her mom.
Apparently.
That's kind of tough to do, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Although it can happen.
Possible. All right.
tough.
Well, hey, we got Stevie Reeb and Sula. We're networking right now with this text line.
Damn right. All right.